see what he has. Oh, dude. Wii Sports Resort. Okay, wait, not Wii Sports. Just regular Wii. Not Resort. Okay. Here we go. Let's spill salt too while we're at it. Alright, this is perfect, guys. This will coincide with the Super Bowl, although there's no football in this game. No good name suggestions, no creativities, and no
what single platform video game of all time. Chances are you've played it.
What you talking about?
And if you have, you probably think it doesn't lend itself well to speedrunning. Most games have a clear objective. Go from start to finish as fast as possible.
True.
How do you do that in Wii Sports?
That's the question. Everybody's asking, what's up, Blue Yosh?
Golf a while back. Imagine the precision and skill involved with speed golf multiplied by 5 sports. Here's
Wii
the
Sports.
of the gamers who've done it. This is the history of Wii Sports World Records.
Brew? I don't even know that meme. I don't know that meme. I don't think I want to know. All right. Hey, sport. We gotta talk about something sport.
In Wii Sports is called All Sports.
All Sports, All Might?
In each of the 5 sports consecutively. That means winning a game of tennis, winning a game of baseball, completing 10 frames of bowling, playing 3 holes of golf, and beating a boxer. You have to play them in order, and since there's no other option, you have to use motion controls.
Oof, okay.
Now, Wii Sports came out in 2006.
Motion controls.
But serious runs didn't get started until close to
I got it in 2006.
In
They came out
and 2015,
based.
runs clocking in between 10 and 12 minutes were completed by Plied823, RSR, and Nate 9000. But as is so often the case, videos either no longer exist or are in very poor quality. So
Yeah, because it was
we have to go to
2006.
July 2015 to get our
Nobody
first
had any kind of recording software.
on 945.
Barely.
By the mid-2000s internet.
Oh, I see, Nocturnal, I see.
There were 5 sports for Nate to get through. The first one was actually the simplest, tennis. Your opponents are picked based on your skill level. At level 0, you'll get Miyu and Matt, who barely
Miyu
know
and
each
Matt,
other.
okay.
You have to get 4 points to win, so Nate tried to just end each rally as quickly as possible.
These guys are on
By
it.
serving at the very top of your throw, you'll hit the ball harder and
Yeah.
make it tougher for the opponent to
Yeah.
return it.
That was
This
Wii Sports
has
in a
about
nutshell.
5-frame window, or a
We gotta
6
talk about something sport. Mom's leaving me
So,
for another
Nate did
man.
that
Do you want to
4
go with her or
times
stay
and
with
forced his opponent
here
to
and get
lose.
ice cream?
Which is
Ice cream!
If they returned it, he just hit it across the court to quickly end the rally. It took him only 25 seconds to win the game and exit back to the
Feel
menu.
free to clip that.
And that's pretty much all there is to tennis and Wii Sports speedrunning. You can lose a bit of time from returns, but even those only cost a couple of seconds. However, the next sport is way more involved than the simple rallies at tennis. It was time for Nate to play some baseball.
Hey, baseball. National pastime.
The most important thing to know here is that if a team's ever up by 5 or more runs after an inning, the game ends right there from the mercy rule.
Oof.
So the idea is that you want to get 5 runs as fast as possible in the top half of the inning, then get 3 outs in the bottom half, and have the game end after just 1 inning. Hopefully Rob Manfred's not getting any ideas.
Question, is cheating a little bit allowed? How so?
Is way easier said than done. When batting, there was no real strategy. Just swing at good pitches and pray you get hits.
I'm actually gonna mess this sandwich up too soon. I might just eat it right here.
From there,
On a test. Oh, not a relationship, by the way, on a test. Oh, yeah, I mean, do what you gotta do to get by at school.
some bad luck for Akira.
That's for sure.
but there was nothing lucky about the 3-run shot.
Don't sweat it.
That made it 5 runs for Nate, but he still needed to get out twice more to end the inning.
You're gonna graduate soon anyway.
So he just struck out twice on purpose.
Oh yeah, this sandwich
Fastballs
looked
that
good.
made
Looks
Barry
good.
Zito
They didn't
look
use
like
enough
those are
Italian
not
dressing on it though. I'm mad.
For
Upset.
pitching, you obviously want to get 3 outs without giving up any hits or
No
runs.
worries, I have my own
But there's a lot more to it than that.
bottle of my own
What
Italian
you
dressing.
ultimately want to do is turn into Mark
There we
Burley.
go.
There's a foolish
Thank you,
YouTuber
Aldi.
who has a video if you want to know more about him. But essentially what it means is you want to induce weak contact for easy outs, and not strike people out.
There's a
Strikeouts
BS
always
rule of
take
thumb that I
3
can't mash into my
while a
stupid
baller
thick
play
skull.
for an out could be done in just 1
What
pitch.
rule of thumb?
The problem, of course, is you have little to no control as to whether the batter
Was that
will
Luigi?
swing or not. So you
Hey,
have to make
Mario,
pitches that are
I
good
got a
enough to not
Subway
get
sub.
barreled, but not so good that they just swing and miss. And of course, get super.
It's not Subway. It's actually
Nate wasn't so
from
fortunate.
Sheets.
His first batter stared at 3 straight strikes.
All right, I'm gonna take a
His
few bites. I'll be right
second
back.
well, hit it there. His third batter struck out on an ephus before he finally got out of the inning on a ground out. Not the ideal baseball split, but there were still 3 sports to go. Next up was bowling. The strategy here was a bit more straightforward. The more strikes you throw, the better, since strikes only involve throwing the ball once per frame instead of twice. There exist setups to get a strike nearly every time, but they're all pretty slow, so Nate just threw it as fast as he could. He only managed 2 strikes, before intentionally missing on frame 10 to avoid the third throw. However, his shots
By the
were
way,
all fast
when I do
enough
an
that it
auto
was still a
stream,
decent split.
I think I'm gonna put a pinned
Now,
up message
it was
called
time for sport number 4.
Polybius getting the milk mode.
There are 9 holes playable in Wii Sports, but to count
While I'm
for an
sleeping.
all-sports run, all you needed to do was the 3 in beginner mode, or
Polybius
either
is
of the
currently
other 3
getting the
full
milk.
options. And then, it was time to play some speed golf. You line up for each shot as quickly as you can go, then hit it and hope for the best. There's not much time to think. You just line up and go. There's one key difference between golf and Wii Sports.
That sounds
and
like a
Wii
pretty
Sports
crazy
Resort. In Resort,
polynomial
you hit an
division.
incredible shot, one that either lands
I wouldn't be
near
able to
or in the hole
remember it
from a
either.
long distance away. You'll get a replay that loses time. However, that mechanic is not present in the original Wii Sports. So, anything is game. The better shots you can make, the more time you'll save. Nate tried to take advantage of this on hole 1, but his second shot landed over the hole. His first putt was wide left, so he had to take a par. Hole 2 was much of the same, with his initial shot going beyond the hole, then needing 2 more shots to get it in. And on hole 3, despite the crowd
The
getting
sleep
excited,
milk. Slumber milk.
Nate once again was unable to get under par. That made it 3 pars on 3 holes from Nate, which doesn't sound great, but keep in mind, he was against the constant pressure of needing to aim each shot as quickly as possible. And finally, the last sport is boxing. You want to ensure your Mii is ranked low to get an easy opponent, like Marco, then just go ham on him until they're down, and hope they stay down. If you punch in a rhythm, aiming for a nice 15 frame window on each punch, you'll be landing.
I've never heard
critical
something
hits that do
solid
more
say the
damage.
phrase "go ham."
If all goes well, you'll be able to avoid getting
Funny.
punched at all and knock your opponent down quickly. Hopefully they'll stay down and won't get up. It's not known exactly what causes them to stay down, but it seems to be a combination of knocking them down quickly, not getting hit yourself, and some luck. And that's exactly what happened to Nate. This was the first ever sub 10 minute run of Wii Sports. There were some highlights, like a very smooth boxing match and the fast start he had to baseball. But of course, the large number of strikeouts and overall slow bowling and golf sections meant there was some big room for improvement. Nate knew this, and just 2 weeks later, he lowered it another 19 seconds. His golfing was particularly improved in this run, getting 3 birdies instead of 3 pars and not missing putts, which made up most of the time save. So, 9:26 was the new time to beat, and it would stand for over 2 years. It wasn't a particularly optimized record or anything. It was just one of those dry spells that speed games sometimes go through. But in June 2017, the Wii Series Discord server was created, which helped spark more popularity in running the game. In August, a player named Mr. Jimmy Steele 25 joined, and within hours, said he had beaten Nate's record with a 9:16. We'll get to this run in a moment, but there's something else important to discuss. When Jimmy started up his game of baseball, this cutscene played first. Now, most of you who have played Wii Sports before are probably familiar with it, but I guarantee there's a small subset of you who, despite having played the game before, have never seen this cutscene. And there's a reason for that. See, when Wii Sports was released in 2006, it was bundled with every Wii console sold. Europe,
Okay, I'm back.
and most other regions of the world had the same.
That was a good
version of the
sandwich.
game. However,
How you
for
doing,
a few
chat?
months after its release, the version of Wii Sports that was sold in North America was actually an early version of the game. The community calls it 1.00, and it omits certain features present in 1.01, the version sold everywhere else in the world. The 2 most important features are both in baseball.
For some dumb reason, that
First,
math
the cutscene
equation
you just saw,
exists.
which wastes about 5 seconds and
Or
can't be skipped, isn't
Polynomial
present in
division.
1.0.
I don't know what to even call that, but I'm sorry, you have to memorize it.
An animation plays in 1.01 of them throwing
Wii Sports is nostalgia on the
which
Wii.
wastes
It's true.
about 0.7 seconds.
First game on the Wii.
This animation doesn't play in 1.00. That means that for a typical all-sports run, playing on the early version of the game is hugely advantageous, as it'll save you close to 10 seconds over playing on 1.01. Now,
I mean,
when
that's
Wii Sports
that's
was
pretty big for a
released in
speedrun.
North America in July
Pretty huge.
2007 to promote the new remote jacket, they updated it to 1.01 to match the rest of the world. The cutscene and the animations were added back.
I had 1.0.
So, this optimal speedrun version of the game can only be found on North
That's
American
only one of the
copies
first of 3
within the first
processes
9
I need to
months
do
of its
to
release.
solve it once.
Any copy from the next 10 years
Man, screw
is
math,
a
man.
slower, updated version. That
I
means
hate
that
math.
even though Wii Sports is one of the best-selling games
It's the
of all
lamest
time,
thing.
this early
It's good when other
version
people
is
do it though,
quite
not
rare.
me.
It's estimated that only about 1 in every 20 copies of the game is 1.00, or 1 in every 10 North American copies. There's an easy
Okay.
way to check if your copy is 1.00. If it's a North American copy and the title screen says 2006, then it's 1.00. If it says 2006-2007 and the Wii Remote has a jacket on it, then it's not the early version. Since
Oh,
Jimmy was
I think I have the
playing on
early version.
1.01,
Still.
he lost some pretty significant time in baseball.
I mean,
from
no,
the
like,
version
stupid
differences.
math.
However, he had a smart strategy to use while batting.
That stuff is old as me.
Once he got his 5
It's true.
runs, instead of striking out on purpose, he bunted for a quick
I
ground out.
basically
This took
I was
far
like
fewer
16.
pitches
No,
than strikeouts,
yeah, I was
but
16
it's
when this
tough to
game came out.
perfectly angle your bat to bunt the ball where you want it to go. On the pitching side, Jimmy was nearly perfect. A strike, then a ground out to short, a ground out to first, then a soft comebacker. A 4-pitch inning. The rest of his run was up and down.
I love how they look
getting
at the
2
camera
strikes
after
and
they're
one
done doing
and a birdie
anything
to
on
golf.
the baseball game.
Next
That
up
creeps
was
me out.
Micro,
It's funny.
who set a 9:15 just days after Jimmy's 9:16. He has a pretty big internet presence nowadays, but back then he had just a few hundred followers.
Huh.
Now, Nycro's world record run was solid. and
That was the
all,
most devious look
particularly
ever.
all
It's true.
three- all 3 birdies. However, the highlight
They're trying
of the
to
run
intimidate
was
us.
his batting. He had 1 run in, but 2 outs. He still needed 4 more runs. And with a ground ball hit at the second baseman, it wasn't looking good. But then...
Huh? Okay.
Drop that, yes.
Single, no.
God.
3 errors. The odds in that happening were 1 in 1,000.
Wow.
Nycro's 915 would stand for a few months, before being beaten by Alaska XP2 in
The Wii
January
characters.
2018.
Yeah.
Alaska had an interesting skill set. He was particularly good at bowling and golf. In bowling, he managed to hit 7 strikes without carefully lining up. And in golf, he had more experience than most thanks to his golf runs in Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. He managed birdies on holes 1 and 2, and thanks to a beautiful second shot on hole 3, he got an eagle there. However, Alaska struggled mightily with boxing, losing 9 seconds from missed
What?
critical hits.
Who's he
Still,
fighting?
it was good enough
Jesus.
for a 904. 6 months later,
What's up, Scott? Welcome.
Nycro would come back to snag another record, 901. Once again, it was an up and down run. His baseball was quite
Yeah, I remember
fast,
this guy from
with
the other
5 quick
speed
runs
run
while
we
batting
watched.
and
I think it was
no base
Metroid.
runners while pitching. However, his 1 strike in bowling paled in comparison, and let's just say his golf hole
I've watched
run
this already.
wasn't ideal.
I think I
Run
had two,
good
but I haven't
moments,
really paid
and it
attention
had
this
bad
closely.
moments.
You were the best
We've seen
YouTuber.
a
Thanks,
handful of
Scott.
records at this point,
Was fake.
and you can
What?
probably tell that this up and
For
down
real?
nature was typical for Wii Sports. Outside of tennis, any of the other 4 sports can cause massive time swings. In baseball, you've got to deal with batting and pitching. Both are extremely random and can literally cause minutes of time loss. With bowling, a good game versus a bad one costs up to 30 seconds. In
Okay.
golf,
Pretty
each
big
missed
deal.
shot can cost 10 seconds. And
What
across
games do I
3
play?
holes, that really adds up.
Pokemon.
And in boxing,
I've been playing a lot of
missing
Pokemon lately.
critical hits can lose a dozen seconds or more. This game wasn't like your traditional speedrun, where you can optimize it and eventually
Matt
grind
is
down
watching
the
us.
split. No, the time swings in Wii Sports were different. They were more random and far harder to control. The record was 901, and with everything listed before going in the right
Okay.
direction, it could potentially go way lower, into the 8s or further. But the odds in having all those time
It's like
swings
a
going
Punch
your
Out
way,
RNG.
it just wasn't realistic. Well, unless Alaska had anything to say about it.
Alaska.
In the second half of 2018, Alaska would embark on a push to take the all-sports record to the 8-minute
It's
range and
bonk.
beyond. He certainly had the credentials to get it there, but the issues of before still remained. Getting all 5 sports to line up properly was just too difficult.
Too
He was
difficult?
gonna need some help. And over the next few months, that's exactly what he got. One new strategy he used was expanding the scope of bunting. Players had been bunting for a quick out for months, but if you very carefully angle your Wii Remote slightly
No
more
skill?
forward, you could potentially bunt for singles as well. The margin between bunting for a hit and bunting for an out was razor thin, but with a lot of practice, you can fairly reliably bunt it to third for a hit. So now, Alaska could theoretically bunt 4 times to load the bases and score a run, then hit a grand slam, then bunt 3 more times for outs. It could still go wrong, but there was potential for a really fast batting split. Now for bowling. The days of games with just
Bowling,
2
my
or 3
favorite.
strikes
Everybody's favorite.
had to be in the past.
Ug's favorite for sure.
Alaska was going to shoot for more like 6 or 7 strikes in a good game. The record at the time, Nycro's 901, had only 1
Maybe not
strike.
after his marathon stream
Alaska
though.
could easily save 20 seconds over that. He was already quite good at bowling strikes, but with more experience, he could save the time more reliably. In golf, Alaska began using an impressive-looking strategy to save a few seconds. The driver chip.
Huh?
Similar to
That's
a chip
nice.
used in Wii Sports Resort.
It's a nice
flag on the
hole
green
in
acts as a
one.
wall
Well, not
if
really
your golf
one.
ball hits it. If you're able to use a driver
one that I
chip
saw,
to hit
though.
your ball into it, it can fall straight down and enter the hole,
Hey,
saving time over having to slowly put it in or get it closer to the hole.
would you rather live the
Now,
rest
the
of your life
driver
in
chip
complete
may
solitude or
seem
live
super
streaming your entire
precise,
life to the
but there's
sky?
actually a setup on hole 2 to get it nearly every time.
Probably
By
live stream my
hitting it
entire
first
life.
shot into the bunker, you can then line up with the flag and pull out your
Solitude
driver.
would be too
By
sad.
swinging as hard
I'd
as
go
you can,
nuts.
The game will automatically hook the ball to the right at just the correct angle and speed to hit the flag. And finally, there was boxing. This was the sport that Alaska struggled with the most. There wasn't any particular new strategy he had to use here.
Solitude,
He just had
says
to
Ninja.
improve at it. Get better at timing the criticals, avoid getting punched himself, and ensure that his
So
opponent
everyone
had no real
could
chance
see
of
everything
getting
you
up.
do just by looking
Over
upwards.
time, he did get better, but it was still a battle.
So only you're saying
With
I'm
all
only
this,
streaming if I look
a
up?
sub 9-minute run was definitely possible. But was a sub 8 realistic too? It would take a miracle run, but it could be done. Alaska quickly began seeing results. He got an 8:43 on July 22nd, and then an 8:30 on August 15th.
Seems like a good time.
His bowling and
8:30?
pitching were great, but his batting was far from perfect, and he missed a putt on hole 1. There was still a long way to go. And then came September 29th.
Because if so, if all I had to do was look up and stream my, what's in the sky, that'd be cool. I would get UFO sightings on stream faster than anybody else. No, everything you do is live streamed in the atmosphere of the Earth. Is the... Oh no, are you serious? You telling me the sky is literally a big screen? And everything I do... Oh my goodness, that would be terrifying. People would think I'm like a deity or something.
Still
Let's
a
do
record
it.
by 4 seconds. What happened? Well, it
Let's
was
scare the
god of
masses.
mental boxing. His batting was
I would do that one, yeah.
with 4 bunt singles, a grand slam, and 3 bunt outs. His pitching was solid, with 2 strikeouts and a 1 pitch out. He hit 4 strikes while bowling, and in golf, got a birdie, a driver chip birdie, and an eagle. It was sub 8 pace.
I would just do the
He
most
just
insane
hit
stuff.
criticals,
Like
which
put
led
a
to slow
like a
knockdown
metal
and
pot on my
limited
head and
run.
just start banging it with a
But
hammer.
Alaska wasn't done
Start
yet.
like dancing around.
wasn't
People would
much
go
room to
nuts.
improve
People would
early
just go insane.
About half a minute he could save on boxing alone. This sub 8 grind had to continue. He had come close once. He just had to do it again.
Yeah, I can extort them too. Send money to Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh my god.
Specifically this place. P.O. Box.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
8-12 run. It's getting closer to sub 8.
Oh my god. Please. Dude. Don't fucking get up. Don't you fucking dare.
Dang.
Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, I've done it! I've fucking done it! Oh my god, dude!
A legendary
Dang.
run. Alaska's
754?
had finally come true.
Yeah, but also they might get suspicious when they see you do menial tasks like, I don't know, go shopping. Are you really gonna shower? Oh, sheesh. Yeah, that's...
In golf,
That would be,
a boxing where his opponent stayed down. It all
I don't know, I have to think about that.
754, the first sub-8 in the history of Wii Sports.
Yes.
This run firmly cemented Alaska at the top. Nobody was really close to him. Second place was more than 30 seconds behind, and 754 continued to stay on top. People got a little
Alaska.
closer, but
I live
there
in
wasn't
solitude,
much movement.
TBH.
They
Guess
had
you
to
could become a
replicate what
monk.
Alaska did and find
A
somewhere
monk
to
of your
save
own
time.
mind.
After 18 months of this, it was clear. There was only one person up to the task
Could do that.
of beating Alaska.
I don't know if
That
I'd do it. I don't know.
Was Alaska.
Let's go!
In May 2020,
Cozy shed in the
Alaska
woods.
beat his own record by
That is
8
nice.
seconds. Most of the time save came while batting. He avoided a missed bunt that he
But I
had
want to
on
have
goal.
parties in that shed.
Other than that, it was
Let's
nearly
go.
a 6-pitch inning, 6 strikes. and
That way, I
3
don't think I
walks.
could be in solitude.
He had found a way to just eke out the time he needed. Many more months passed.
I can never go
and
back
his
to Wendy's again.
746 remained alone at the top. At this point, he had held the record for about 2.5
Shed
years.
life good.
That's significant for a popular game like Wii Sports.
I would say so.
But by early 2021, he
I'm patting my
finally
cat
had some
right
close
now.
competition. 2 players had achieved sub-8s of their own.
She's like
One was Sphere Cube,
all up on my
and the
business.
other was Paul in the Mall. Sphere Cube's personal best was 7:40, just 2 seconds behind Alaska. But
My
on
grades went
February
up
16th,
in civic
he had a run
democracy.
within striking distance
Is
of
it
the
no
record
longer an
going
F?
into golf.
So just kind of be big bad in the sky. I think I'd still do that. I would still try and like shower though, somehow.
It saved about 6 seconds.
Maybe I could like get a
Hole 2 had a driver chip.
shower
Finish
curtain
on
and
hole
wear it
3.
and just do what I need to do.
In all, he saved 15 seconds.
'Cause where's the
over
camera gonna
Alaska
be?
on golf alone.
The US government would find you and capture you 100%.
Making it
I don't
the
know.
first time someone had dethroned Alaska in
If I
nearly
could convince enough people to think I was, you
and
know,
the best part about it,
almighty,
did it while playing on
I might
1.01.
scare
I
scare
mentioned
them.
before how much rarer
the camera's in your
1.01
eyes.
is,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay,
despite
so it's a
being top
POV
runner of the
thing.
game, Sphere Cube was unable to
Okay.
acquire a copy of it. He lost about
So I
10
could close my
seconds
eyes
of
and take a
baseball
shower. You would
and
see,
still was
it
able
would
to
basically
beat
be
Alaska.
nighttime.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, that would work.
About a month later, Paul in the Mall was making strides for the record. He got a
Hey, what's
sub-8,
up, Australia?
but took a break from running.
Thank
the game
you,
around
thank
the
you.
time Sphere
Thank you
Cube
for
got
slapping the
record.
like button.
He came back a month and a half later.
I'm on
He got a
Roblox slap
7:47,
battles.
a
Slap
record by
battles.
6 seconds. Paul
Based.
played on 1.0,
Yo, we're at 10 likes. Let's
so
go.
he saved quite a bit of time in baseball over Sphere Cube. But
Ready to lurk.
immediately after this record was set, controversy arose.
Yeah, we're back, guys. So, just so you know, if you guys
Once
see
you
me
finish hole
streaming, but I'm not there,
The fastest way to move on to boxing is
it's a new
to
thing I'm
reset to the
trying.
menu.
but I'm gonna try and be here.
The rule was that
more
once
often.
the golf ball hit the bottom of the hole, you could perform the reset. However, in July,
Close his eyes,
2020,
complete darkness, slips and
runner
falls dead,
Eno
forever
Mac
darkness.
hit this
Yeah,
unbelievable
that would suck for everybody else, I guess.
The
Slap
ball hit the
battles is
bottom,
crazy.
so he reset to the menu.
On Roblox, I never tried it.
However, you can see that when he reset, the ball was in the process of bouncing back up.
Does that
On
matter though?
chip-ins
The
like
ball
this,
bouncing out?
It's actually possible that the ball hits the bottom, bounces up, and
That would
lands
suck.
outside the hole.
That would suck so
You
bad.
need another shot. So the community came up with a rule that whenever there was a chip in, you have to wait until the phrase chip in appears on the screen to reset. It
Ah,
seemed like
okay.
a logical rule. However, in Paul's 737, his hole 3 ended like this. He
Dang.
reset right away, but since the ball hit off the pole, it technically would have been a chip-in.
Huh?
He didn't wait for the text to appear. But then again, there wasn't any chance this ball would have bounced out. It rolled in rather than falling in off the polar flag, despite technically being a chip-in.
Huh,
The
weird.
community was split on how to rule this run, but ultimately, it was allowed to stay on the leaderboard. The rule was changed so that as long as the ball rolled in the
Epic
hole,
slap battles of
even if it was a chip-in,
history.
you could reset once it hit the bottom. And so, Paul's 737 was the official world record.
Okay.
Just like the
That's a
dozens of
really good world
records that
record
came before it,
For Wii
the
Sports.
737 was great, but in a matter of days, it was going to be obsolete. Because this story is going to take a bit of a turn. Every so often,
Epic rap battles of
Speedrun
history.
is a new strategy that transforms the run. There's cannonless setup in Mario 64, the scroll glitch in Castlevania, the flag.
Look, Ahmed, it's
setup in Super
Castlevania.
Mario Bros. When you think of those speedruns, those tricks seem intertwined with them. Up to this point, Wii Sports didn't really have a trick like that.
Kill
There
streak
were
mod.
unique strategies to use, but no mind-blowing
Let's go.
iconic tricks. Well, that was about to change.
In a few
Because
hours,
in
I'll have
early
to switch it over
2021,
to
Wii Sports'
Plants vs.
game-defining
Zombies again.
trick was going to be discovered. Welcome to the wonderful world of disconnect strats.
What is this?
Bizarre-looking trick has a treasured past. For years, players had noticed an odd glitch that sometimes occurred. If your remote disconnected in golf, you could sometimes hit the ball twice, but you couldn't hit it far and it couldn't be easily replicated.
Huh?
So nobody was too interested in it.
Castlevania?
From
That's so
2018 to
mid,
2020, This
mid.
glitch happened to several players.
I need to get Ahmed his own sound effect.
17 and even world record holder Alaska XP2, but it remained just a curiosity. In early 2021, Plyde decided to investigate it a bit more, to figure out exactly how it worked. And what he found
Nuh-uh.
shocked the community. If you hit the ball, then disconnect your remote by taking the batteries out, you can put the batteries back in and swing a second time.
That's so
The
weird.
catch is that the sum of these two shots can't add up to more than 4 bars of hit power, so you can't hit it further than a normal swing. However,
This is so
if your
bizarre.
second shot happens after hitting water, the ball will stop on a dime after a quick transition and you'll be placed wherever it is, including potentially on top of the water. This saves time in a couple of ways. On a hole like hole 5, you're supposed to take a curved path around to the green, but with disconnect strats, you can go straight to the hole across the water and take a more direct path.
Wow.
And second, your
What?
completely stops once the transition occurs. So if your timing
That's pretty cool. Hey, what's up, David?
Into the water
Give that guy a sound effect, then we're all doomed. No, it's gonna be like, ah, mid, and then it's gonna echo, mid, mid, mid.
Wipeout Jack and Nomad.
Mid
found
alert, mid
fast
alert.
routes for the
On
intermediate.
loop.
So that was the new course to use. On hole 5, you can save about 7 seconds by
That'd be
going
pretty
straight
funny.
across the water. And on hole 6,
Actually,
you
it might
can save
make that
about
a sound
4
effect.
from using the transition to stop right where you want. That meant that in theory, 11 seconds could
Might
be
have to
saved.
open up Audacity.
Wii Sports runs suddenly had potential to get
Talking
quite
about
important,
Audacity, Audacity.
as not
We should
only
watch
could
some
extra time be
JonTron.
saved, but golf could be more consistent as well. The first player
JonTron's
to use
awesome, dude.
disconnect strats in a record was Shockwave TLS, who lowered the time down to 7:35. As you'd expect, he gained time on golf, despite his initial disconnect shot on hole 5 being mistimed. It helped
I'm opening
when
up
he hit
Audacity. I
this
might
shot
record
on
it
hole 4.
just during the stream. I'll play it back. JonTron like Mega Magetron Griffin. No, no.
Shockwave is from the UK.
Megatron Griffin.
He wasn't able to import
I finished
copies
grocery
of
shopping. I
1.0
got some
from
watercolors. What should I paint?
So he lost time with these
Paint.
Next up was
Paint
Fear
Samus.
again, who lowered the record 9
Paint
days
Samus.
later with a 7:32. He had switched to 1.0.
Recording device.
So he saved the time in baseball.
That's Meg's official name, by the way. That must be in a new season.
Yeah, especially in the early days
Megatron.
of the strats, even some
Wow.
top level runners found it
I need to find out how to make an
Since
echo
it
in
wasn't
Audacity.
technically
I also could use
correct.
Fruity Loops, FL
About
Studio.
A month later, Shockwave took it a couple seconds lower.
Aw,
But
mid.
still, he was playing on 1.01.
Aw,
A few months
mid.
after that,
Okay, we're playing it
Sphere
back.
Cube took it back. While
And we're going
still not
to-
using disconnect strats,
Effect.
nobody was willing to string it all together. But in the summer of 2021, Shockwave
Fading.
would finally get a copy
No.
of 1.00. A top runner now had all three pieces of the puzzle. 1.00,
Change speed. Hold on.
willingness
Let's
to do
slow it
disconnect
down.
strats, and a lot of skill. They all combined for a 728.
Hold
A
on.
new
Let's
record
take this
just
down a bit
one
more. I want to
game.
pause this for a minute. Okay, can you guys hear that? All right, that's a little too slow. All right, let's listen to it right now. Okay, let's put that into a reverb. This is funny. Okay, I'm gonna keep playing this for a second.
Sphere Cube 730. This world record really had a lot going into it. You've got bunting
Echo,
for
here we
outs,
go.
bunting for hits,
Delay time 5 seconds. Wait, no. Delay factor. Let's try to crank this up. Whoa. Sorry about that. That was way too loud. I apologize for that. That's still okay. We need to try reverb or something. Can't stay for long, but I like. Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man. I'll see you later. Okay. How about a delay? That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. Hold up. Let's listen to it. Perfect. Okay, let me chop that up. I'm gonna save it and put it in my soundboard.
driver chips, disconnect strats, and much more. Shockwave implemented all of them.
This is
The end
awesome.
result was a 728. Was there any time save left?
Choppy.
Well, there were seconds here and there. His batting was near perfect, but while pitching, he accidentally threw an immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, which we know from before are slow. There was room to save about 15 seconds there. His bowling was perfect, 9 strikes, so no time to save there. For golf, he missed the putt on hole 6.
Okay, it's
His
in my
boxing could've
stream
been
deck
good
now.
too. So sub 7 was definitely
Yes,
possible,
it sounds awesome.
but the problems of before still remained.
Yeah, the last
It
echo went a little
required
bit too hard.
perfection from
Kind
all
of blew
5
my eardrums
sports,
out.
and that just wasn't realistic. But that
So
didn't
next
mean
time
Shockwave
Ahmed
would
comes.
try. By September, another contender showed up to play. Emoad.
Oh my
Nomad.
goodness.
And over the next few months, these guys were going to engage in a battle, both against each other and against the sub 7 barrier. Shockwave would strike first, with a massive 7-second cut of the record. He had time to save on pitching and on hole 6.
Ahmed summoning ritual. Yeah, we just pressed the Ahmed button.
But he lost a few seconds while batting thanks to a foul ball. A few weeks later, he'd take it down to 7-18, and Nomad was right behind him with a 7-21.
Wii Sports is awesome.
Nomad would then have a run a few seconds ahead of the
I'm
record,
showing the
but
sound
needed
effect to
a
UG.
miracle shot on hole 4 to keep it going. Back to the drawing board. On October 11th, Shockwave got a 7-16. Nomad followed up shortly after with a 7-17. A run
Real
that
sports I
came
don't
just
find interest
24
anymore,
hours
really?
Too late to be a record.
I love the Wii in general. It's a great console.
Shockwave had
I
a
should
run
fire
that
up
lost
Dolphin and
time
play
early
some
to
Wii
that,
games,
but
like just
had
for the
an
heck of it.
extraordinarily fast 5-pitch inning to bring it back to even. That showed how much potential there still was to squeeze out of the record. It finished
Firing up
as a
Dolphin
world
does it
record
takes a lot of work. You need a lot of
but
fish.
could have been several seconds lower had he not been forced to foul off an inside pitch. Okay, so
Tell
one
goal
thing
is
was
he's
starting
epic
to
for me,
come clear.
thanks.
This wasn't much of a competition. The battle between Shockwave and Nomad was a blowout. Shockwave had set the past 7 records in a row. Nomad hadn't set any.
I thought I would summon
He
Ahmed
remained in
by
second place the entire
out of hiding
time.
by calling his most
Sometimes
precious
he would
favorite
win a
game
couple
mid.
seconds
That
of
didn't work
time,
apparently.
but never
Genshin
overtook
mid
it.
packed.
This was starting to get personal. Nomad had
That's
the
an
proof he
iconic
was
sound
still
effect
capable
now.
of taking the record. Well, he kept doing attempts, and on October 16th, Nomad was gonna have his chance.
Honestly, thought Mega Man 10 was on the NES, and now I know it's on the Wii. Played it on a Wii emulator once, and it was laggy. He gonna appear. It's true. Probably.
He was 3 seconds ahead of his personal best going into boxing, but he had time to save there. He could theoretically get as low as a 7:10. 5 seconds of wiggle room over the record. He just had to lock it down.
Bye, internet is going now. See ya. See you later, Henrik. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.
Shockwave's record
I'll see you later.
was 7:15.4.
Maybe later tonight. Maybe All Night America will go on. We'll see.
7:15.733. He had missed by less than a third.
Usually
of a second.
emulators are laggy to me, and I use
Nomad
Dolphin.
could keep
Yeah, you need a
going.
powerful computer.
It's not like he was far off from the record. His next personal best would almost certainly
Might show up for that. Let's go.
And sure enough, the very next day, he got himself a 7:14.
This is all afternoon
It
America
was a new world
and all
record.
morning America.
Had it not been for Shockwave getting
Omni
this
American.
just hours before. An
Why is Mega Man 9 and 10 only on the Wii?
unbelievable record from Shockwave. It had
Didn't they
just
port it?
about everything. Nearly perfect batting, 4-pitch inning, great disconnect.
I thought those
games
games came to Steam.
Sub 7 because of a missed shot on hole 4. Nomad kept trying, but at this
Made a new
point,
intro. Nice,
Shockwave
Disco. What's
was
up?
way in
How you
the
doing?
lead. It was gonna be really tough, but he wasn't giving up. He kept chipping away at his time, and by November, he had gotten within a stone's throw of the record. A commonly used metric to determine a runner's pace is best possible time.
Okay.
It can be measured from any point in the run. If the runner matched all of their best splits from a certain spot in the run to the end, it measures what time they would get.
The 4DS in
On November
2025.
12th, 2021,
I doubt it.
Nomad exited baseball at 3:14. It was one of the fastest paces he had ever been on. And his best possible time from there was 6:44. This was a golden opportunity.
Also,
He
you can
entered
watch it in
bowling
4K or
and started throwing
Oh, okay.
strike after
That's cool.
strike. 5 in a row.
4K.
6, 7, 8.
Caught him in 4K. Where's Ahmed?
It was a perfect game on one of his best paces ever. He did lose a little time in frame 10 from slow falling pins, but according to his splits, Nomad's best possible time was still 6:48. But one of the
You know what
biggest
weird
killers
is
was
in
coming
that
up.
Mega Man 9 when you choose the Robot Master to beat
It's
Mega
hard
Man,
to
eyes move to the
really
select
understand.
screen. Is it,
As
I thought that
Wings
was
could
like
throw everything off and
I thought
make
that was a
life hurt.
standard thing on Mega Man.
Nomad was gonna
since
try
the beginning.
To land in the bunker, then driver chip for a birdie. Now more than ever, this had to work. It was beautiful. He didn't get a hole in one, so he couldn't get in the 640s anymore, but his best possible time was still 6:54. This was doable. 3 splits to go.
Airman is difficult,
He
would
had
you
to get
agree?
through hole
Oh yeah.
5's 2 disconnect shots.
Woodman is a joke though.
Shot 1 went well, but on shot 2, he landed far from the hole. It was tough, but Nomad had to sink this putt.
Sink this
Missed
putt.
enough world records. This shot had to be the difference between all his past runs and a sub 7.
I have a lot of unlisted videos from last night's stream that I could just release whenever.
Players like Emoad Nomad are often overlooked in speedrunning.
Jewelman and
Shockwave is an
Woodman should be
incredible player,
twins. They kind of are the
as
same in
evidenced
some
by his
way.
nearly endless list of world records.
Jewelman.
But
Twins?
Nomad's skill
Woodman?
is right up there with him. People
Maybe.
often focus on the world records.
I mean, they're robots
but
though.
really, the path to getting there is what's important. Nomad has had a lot of near misses, but he's going to break through. His sub 7 dream might not be done yet, but the journey it took him to get there is what'll make it feel so great. And really, that's what speedrunning's all about. Thanks for watching.
Oh, that was it. That was the video. I don't know if I'm gonna
If you
chop
enjoyed the
that one
video,
up.
I'd really appreciate you sharing it with a couple
I'll
other
chop that
people
one up.
and hitting the subscribe button.
Shout out to Summoning Salt who makes these videos. They're really awesome. They are really good.